to the owner. He was always making sure that me and my girls was here for a good time, and I always made sure that we were not there for a long time.
His body, baby. His body, baby. Oh, oh, na na. Bump, 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 oi. Oh, na na. Na 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 na. Oh, na na. Bump, 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 oi.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl, Imani Bailey, and today I'm back with another video. Of course, it's story time for Storytime week. Yay! If you haven't already, go ahead and check out the other story times. They're going to be linked down below in the description box. We're going to get right into it. Like I always say in my disclaimer, the names have been changed for the people. Also, if I was visiting another state, the states have been changed and the schools have been changed as well. And let's get right into it. Every story time has a quote and a lesson at the end. So the quote for this story time is, honey, the quote for this story time is, we're here for a good time, not a what? Dora used to be like, I was waiting for you to finish it. If you said for not for a long time, you were correct, loves. We are here for a good time, not a long time. Let's get right into it. So this is the time I was out partying like crazy. This was the time in college. I mean, I don't know, it seemed like every weekend we were like going out. That's all we did was go out every weekend. And here are a couple of rules that we live by. I live by these rules again. I live by these rules again. I stay by these rules, okay? These are the rules that we live by. These are the rules you have to follow. First rule as follows. If you want to be part of the Mani Club, the Mani crew is, oh, let me dim these lights, y'all. I just came from the eye doctor, so it's too much right now. The lights are too much. So if this is a little dimmer, I really apologize. But I gotta be able to not see myself. I gotta be able to think. The first rule of thumb is you are not allowed to waste dessert and you are not allowed to waste alcohol. If you are rolling with me and my friends, you're not allowed to waste dessert, you're not allowed to waste alcohol. The second rule of thumb is we are here for a good time, not a long time. That means we're just here for a good time, sis. Third rule is everybody has to enjoy themselves. Everybody got to enjoy themselves, period. Fourth rule is if the sun is not up, the night is still young, sweetie. The night is still young. The sun's supposed to beat you home, okay? You're not supposed to beat the sun home. The sun's supposed to beat you home, sis. So keep those rules in mind for the video because I'll like interject them, and that's how you know that's why we gotta keep going. So this is the point. We are partying like crazy. So I want to say we're going to name, if you follow my last story time, because this is the same girl, so her name is Jessica. If you watch the other story time about in Vegas, this is Jessica. Now Jessica is a friend. She loves to go out all the time. She loves to party all the time. Well, she probably might not be the same. Like, this was when we were in college. Jessica was super smart, okay? Jessica could party all day and get home after the sun and still make an A on the test. Like, Jessica was smart. Jessica was very smart. So she partied all the time, and she could, because who was gonna tell her any different? And then my other friends, of course there's me, and then we're gonna say my other friend's name is Peace. We're gonna say Peace. So Peace didn't go to the same college as Jessica and I, but she was always around because of me. One day in particular, we decided to go out. We had our spots that we always went out at. Like, we knew the owner. So one of the spots that Jessica's favorite spot to go to, the owner was like so in love with me. Like, I don't want to say in love, but he was so infatuated with me. I had this man, like, I was playing the strings like a tea bag, okay? I had this man by the strings. I could ask for anything and he would jump and say how high. And that was Jessica's favorite club to go to. He was the owner of the club. So of course we were always there because it was like, I mean, it was just easy. It was easy. It was no work. We didn't have to wait. We could do whatever we wanted to do. So of course we start the night off all the time with going to that club. So we go to that club with the owner. Of course, like I said, like we were constantly back and forth. I was always talking to the owner. He was always making sure that me and my girls was here for a good time, and I always made sure that we were not there for a long time. Now we went to the club to enjoy ourselves. The night started off beautifully. We was in the club, was in a section. We had the hookah. We had anything that a girl ever needs. We had anything that a young college girl would like to party with. So we had all that, and we were there for, now this club doesn't close until, let me look it up because I gotta get my timestamps like kind of right. Okay, I gotta get my timestamps kind of right for the story. Okay, yeah, this club closes at 2:30 in the morning. So after, we will always stay until it closed, and then afterwards we would go to an after hour spot that closes around like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. And that, like, by the time that would bring the sun up. The night is still young. You can't, you can't beat the sun home. So we were enjoying ourselves at the club. Everything was great, but then it was like people trying to fight for our attention. Like, were we going to hang with these people or were we going to hang with those people? And so I was like, dang, like, now the club is about to close. And so I think I have some Snapchats. I got some Snapchats from that night. We decided to hang. I didn't decide to hang with the owner that time, so he was mad. Every time the club was getting ready to close, he was always asking us, like, where y'all going after this? Like, what are you doing after this? Like, come with me here, come with me there. But we took a vote and we decided to go with the other guy. We'll name the other guy Micah, whatever. So we decided to go with Micah. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm going with my friends and their friend, like I can't say that I know Micah, because of course it's going to put the club owner in his feelings. Duh. So I was like, oh, I'm going with my friends. They're going, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm thirsty. They're going with this guy. And he was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just see you next week. Like, be safe. I'm like, oh yeah, most definitely I'll be safe. He's like, okay. So he kisses me on the cheek and we go. Now, this is where the night starts to like turn up, get a little funky. We get to the parking lot and he's like, well, I've been drinking, like, y'all are fine or whatever. I kind of been drinking too, but my friend Peace hasn't been drinking. So he's like, Peace, can you drive my car please? Which is a big body Benz. Yeah, sure. Mind you, it's like, why are you asking somebody to drive your car you don't even know? But whatever. So he's like, can your friend Peace drive my car? And Peace is like, yeah, sure, I don't mind. He's like, okay, we're gonna get something to eat. We would always go to this specific diner when we were hanging with this man, because this man was like a regular at this diner, and he always either sat at the same table or they opened up the back for him. The back of the diner has a comedy club. The comedy club is only open for certain hours. If you live in Atlanta, you know what I'm talking. I think it's called the Diner on Buckhead Diner. So the back of the club has a comedy club, but it's only open when there's stand-up comedy. However, if you are somebody important or a celebrity who wants to eat there, they'll open up the back for you to eat. So of course, this man is damn near like a celebrity. We pull up and we get there, or not even, back up, before we even get to the diner, we're sitting in the car. You see in the Snapchat, you're gonna see Peace. Peace is sitting in the car, I'm in the passenger side, and his friend is in the back because his friend is kind of drunk. Now the guy is out arguing with some woman, some older woman who we've never seen before. We don't know who she is. And he's like arguing with her, and we hear her like calling us out of our names, like calling us all types of. You whipping the BMW. The BMW. It's not even ours, okay? You good?
I'm straight.
Okay.
I'm just worried about you.
Somebody's BMW. You know me. Not even ours.
I didn't know you. Are you serious? Where do you want to go, baby?
I'm gonna get another phone call from one, like what happened last night.
It's not. No. It was not gonna be.
He's driving his BMW.
Come here.
And they're arguing. Oh my gosh, this is so like below the belt names, and we're just like, who is this woman? So I turn around and I'm like, who is this woman? Like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm okay. This happens all the time. And we're like, okay. So we're sitting in this man's car. Peace has like the keys, and she's like, okay. So he finally gets in the car and the passenger side with his friend, and we're like, are you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. She tripping. And we're like, oh, well, who is that? And he's like, nobody, just a friend. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. So we drive off, we go to Buckhead Diner, and we get to the diner, and the girl comes to the diner as well. So everyone, so it's like it's me, Jessica, Peace, the 2 guys, Micah, his friend, and then the woman. And my other friend, we're gonna name her Abby, and my other friend Abby. So Abby takes her own car, and then we're in one car, we're in the BMW, and the girl who we don't know yet is in the Lexus. So we go into the diner. They open up the back of the diner for the man, for all of us to eat, of course. And when we look, we don't waste what? We don't waste alcohol, we don't waste dessert. When we are out, every time we go out to the diner with this man, we are ordering a full course meal. And I tell Peace, this is the rule. You order a full course meal. I don't care if you're not gonna eat that meal. You're gonna box it up and you're gonna take it to go. We in college. We don't know where our next meal gonna come from. We know where our next meal's gonna come from. But just in case we don't, we got leftovers. So we always order, and the older lady is seeing this. She sees when the waiter comes around. When the waiter comes around, we always order an appetizer out loud to hear. Now, we'll call the waiter up and we'll say, hey, you know, what's his name? Because the waiter at this point knows me and my friend, because he always sees that we're with this guy. Like almost every weekend we come with this guy to eat. So he kind of knows our orders. He kind of knows what we like to eat. So he comes over, he goes, Imani, are you going to be getting your entree and your dessert and your 2 desserts? I was like, yes, I am. You know, whisper that, yes, I am. But don't bring it out. Make sure. He's like, I know the deal. Bag it to go. So we're like, bet. So then he goes to my friend. My friend's like, yeah, bet. So she orders like 2 entrees. She orders 2 entrees and dessert and the appetizer out loud. My friend Peace roll around. She's like, okay, so because I already told her I read her the rules. So she orders her food, and then my friend Abby, she know the deal. She orders her food. Now the older lady is sitting here and she has the meanest attitude. She's looking at us all horribly. You know, the guys are flirting with us, but like we're just having ourselves like a good time and talking and eating. And I keep thinking in my mind, like, who is this lady? Nobody has introduced us to this lady, so this is just so awkward. Now we're here for a while. So we tell him, he's like, oh, we're gonna go back to my friend's place and smoke hookah. Mind you, these are guys that we know this man. I've been out with Micah a couple. We're like, okay, bet. This point in time, we go and get my car. Do we go and get my car? I can't remember. No, we don't get my car yet. So the girl is like, well, I'll just, you know, whatever. I can't remember. Did the older lady take her car? We get all in the Beamer. We get back in the BMW and we go to Micah's friend's place. Going back to his place, and the girl, she throws, like, we're in the midst of going, but she throws a fit. So she pulls she pulls Micah outside, and she's going off, like she's going in on him, like da 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 da. We hear them arguing, and we're all like, yo, what's up with this lady? Like, nobody know. Like, his friend is literally sitting there like a child. Like, you know when little boys get in trouble, they sit there with their head down. So his friend is like sitting there with his head down, like. And so we're asking him, like, yo, like, we've been out with y'all a couple times. We never see this, like who is this? Like, what is up with this? What is this? What's going on? And he's like, man, I don't know. You know, he tried to play stupid. I don't know what's going on. So we about to get to his place, which is not far from the diner. And we pull in, and this girl, the older woman, pulls up. And she's going off, and she's calling us all types of, like, you whores, da 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 da. And we're like, whoa, how we do nothing. We all got to go. Our to-go bags is like this. We got to-go bags in the car. Like, she's like going off on it. I don't know. I can't remember what all she was saying, but so she just about almost. We're backed in, and my friend Abby, she's backed in. So the lady's backed in right here. And then his car is backed in right here. My friend Abby pulls up because she's about to park, but there's no parking spot. So she just pulls up right here, and she rolled down her window. She's like, so what we all finna do? And the guy, he just cancels it. You know, Micah, he cancels it because I guess with the lady, she was so upset and what she was saying. So he's like, oh, well, maybe we just do it another time. We could just do hookah and chill another time. It is late or whatever. And of course, my friend Jessica says, the night is still young. Because the night was still young. What do you mean? Like, he be out to all hours of the night talking about something, it's late. So we look at each other like, what are you talking about? The night is still young. And she was like, well, you could just like get us a hotel or whatever. And he's like, okay, so we drive to, he's got us a hotel before because he felt like, yeah, so another story for another time. So we drive to get, so he can get us a hotel room. And the lady is like, we go inside, but the hotel's all booked up, because he goes inside, is like, look, I'm just trying to get a hotel room for them. We didn't feel like driving back home. A lot of times, if we don't feel like driving back home, we'll ask him if he can get us a hotel room. He'll get us the hotel room and he'll pay for it and he'll leave. So we don't have to drive back home. Duh. So we get there and they're like, oh, like, I'm so sorry, we're waiting in the lobby. Like, the lady's like double checking. She's like, we're booked. Like, I don't think I could give you anything tonight. None of the rooms are ready, none of the rooms are clean, the ones that are empty, stuff like that, something like that. She's just giving just a lot of excuses going on. That's what I hear, a lot of excuses. And so he was like, okay, well, I'm sorry, lady. So the girl, we go back into the car and the girls are like, y'all are so broke, you can't even afford a hotel. Why are you begging a man to buy you a hotel room? So now sis is out of line. Sis is out of line. That's what once she opened her mouth and started addressing my friends and I, we was coming for her neck. We were coming for your neck, sis. You're out of line. We don't know you. First of all, we're not begging this man to buy us a hotel. I said, first of all, we're not begging him to buy a hotel room. He bought us a hotel room before. We just tell him that we don't feel like driving home. This ain't new, sis. You're the only one that's new to the gig. And so she hears that and she looks at him and she gets so mad. Like, I mean, so mad. And we're just like, why is this so mad? Like, whatever you talking about, I'm broke, this and that. Girl, I'm like 19 years old. Oh, I'm not 19. I was like, what, 21, 22 years old. Like, we talking about, I'm college. Like, I might just be broke. I don't have disposable income to spend on the hotel, but he usually gets it. So what's your problem? So that's when we go back to his place and the girl is in the car and she's like, I'm leaving, I don't care, I'm done with you, I'm so done with you. That's she's saying to Micah, and she's trying to leave, but my friend is in her car, mind you, because she had her windows rolled down. So when she was talking bad about my friends and I, my friend was like, oh, you ain't going nowhere, I'm not moving my car until like we figure out what we gonna do. And so she's like going off at my friend and I get out the car to go talk to him or whatever, and she tries to like rev her car to like hit me. Like, she literally revs the car to like hit me. So I was screaming, I was like, what you gonna do? You gonna hit me? Like, you got the wrong one. You finna be paying for my education. You finna be paying. My friend's like, you finna be paying for a new car. Like, we're going off on this lady. Poor lady. Sorry to the girl. I'm talking to his friend. I'm like, yo, what's up with this? What's up with this? Why to come to find out that the lady is his wife? Wife? Oh, sweetie, not the wife? I got so many questions. I still got questions. The wife. I was in this man's section and everything. We didn't even know that was his girl, bro. At her big age, she's boo-boo the fool. How you playing chauffeur? No one knew. Y'all, I didn't get back to my car till almost 8 a.m. in the morning. Peace and I got back to our cars at 8 a.m. in the morning. And then I made some videos that I'll insert after this video. But moral of the story is, if you see an older woman that's throwing fits, that might be the wife, sis. That might be the wife. We still, at the end of the day, we didn't beat the son home. The son beat us home, so the mission was accomplished. The night was young. We beat the son home. We had meals. We were good. We were fed. We were good. We almost got ran over by an angry wife who was stranded because her car was like and her car was at the Buckhead at the diner. She tried to get back to her car. She wanted somebody to take her back to the car, but she was trying to run us over, and he was coming to me like, chill out, you're making her upset. But then he was going to her like, chill out, I don't want them to leave. So he was like playing both sides of it, and I'm just like, sis, we didn't even know you was his wife. He didn't even wear a ring. He not even wearing a ring with you. I don't know. I'll see y'all next story time, y'all. Like I always say, stay true to yourselves, and I love y'all so much.